When scientists call something the coldest place in the universe, you probably imagine absolute zero, the ultimate deep freeze. But here's the twist. Even the coldest spot we've ever found in space is still way hotter than you might think, and it's hiding inside one of the strangest looking objects in the cosmos, the Boomerang Nebula. About 5,000 light-years away, in the constellation Centaurus, there's a faint cloud of gas and dust shaped a little like a bow tie. This is the Boomerang Nebula, and it holds a temperature record that blows everything else out of the water, or well, out of the ice. At its coldest, this nebula is just 1 Kelvin above absolute zero. That's minus 458 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 272 degrees Celsius. For comparison, the coldest naturally occurring temperature ever recorded on Earth was minus 128 degrees Fahrenheit in Antarctica. The Boomerang Nebula laughs at that. Now, you might be thinking, wait, isn't space already cold? Yes, the vacuum of space is about 2.7 Kelvin thanks to the leftover radiation from the Big Bang. But the Boomerang Nebula is colder than the background temperature of the universe itself, and that's extremely weird. So how does a chunk of space manage to be colder than space? The secret lies in its dying star. At the center of the nebula is an old red giant star in the late stages of its life. A few thousand years ago, it began ejecting its outer layers in a massive stellar wind. And it's doing this at a staggering speed, about 500,000 kilometers per hour. This high-speed outflow is causing something called adiabatic cooling. Think of it like this. When you spray a can of compressed air and the nozzle gets really cold, that's because the gas is expanding quickly, losing heat as it spreads out. The Boomerang Nebula is essentially a cosmic version of that, except on a scale so large it boggles the mind. In fact, the cooling here is so efficient that the gas temperature plunged lower than the background radiation from the Big Bang, making it the only known natural object to do so. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. This ultra-cold phase is temporary. In cosmic terms, it's just a blink of an eye. Over the next few thousand years, the nebula will warm back up as its gas expands and thins out. Eventually, it'll glow like a typical planetary nebula. Beautiful, but nowhere near record-breaking cold. And about that name, Boomerang Nebula. It actually came from early radio telescope images that made it look boomerang-shaped. Later, with the Hubble Space Telescope, we learned it's more like a symmetrical hourglass, created by twin jets of material blasting out in opposite directions from the dying star. Now, why does the coldest place in the universe turn out to be hotter than you think? Well, it's all about perspective. At 1 Kelvin, it's unbelievably cold by Earth standards, colder than anything we could survive. But it's still not absolute zero, and deep in the core of the dying star, temperatures are still in the millions of degrees. It's a cosmic contradiction. Deadly cold on the outside, nuclear fusion hot at the heart. The Boomerang Nebula reminds us that cold in space is relative, and sometimes the most extreme places in the universe are hiding right in plain sight, waiting for us to notice. So now you know, the coldest place in the universe isn't frozen solid. It's a cosmic freezer powered by a dying star. What other space records do you want to hear about? Drop your ideas in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe for more mind-bending space stories. Stay curious, and we'll see you in the next weird corner of the cosmos.